A new Game of Thrones prequel show called A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is coming out next month, and in this video we talk about one of the main characters on the show, Maekar Targaryen. Maekar is at the beginning of the show a prince of House Targaryen, who is not expected to be the king as he is a fourth son of the king, but through a series of unfortunate events and through a series of many Targaryen deaths, including him killing his brother Baelor by accident, which you will see in Season 1, Maekar later becomes the king. Maekar, the warrior king, will die in the later seasons doing what he likes, fighting wars. Maekar the first Targaryen is the 14th Targaryen king to sit the Iron Throne. He was the fourth son of King Daeron the second Targaryen, and was given the Targaryen seat of Summerhall, and was thus known as the Prince of Summerhall. Maekar is a capable army commander who served in the two of the Blackfyre Rebellions. Maekar is a powerfully built and can sometimes be prickly and impatient. He is a harsh man, quick to judge and to condemn. Unlike his brother Baelor, he is not charismatic and could not make friends and allies easily. In this respect, he is like his descendant Stannis Baratheon. After Baelor's accidental death by his hands, which you'll see in Season 1 Episode 5, Maekar becomes even more stern and unforgiving. Maekar has his own personal coat of arms, the three-headed Targaryen dragon quartered, which symbolizes him being the fourth son. His armor is decorated with black curved dragon teeth along the shoulders and down his back, and the crest of his helm has dragon teeth as well. He wields a huge spiked mace. As king, Maekar will wear a crown of black iron points in a band of red gold. His father is a Targaryen king, but his mother is Queen Mariah Martell. He has three older brothers, Baelor, Aerys, and Regil. While his father, King Daeron, is no warrior, he and his brother Baelor are. Maekar married young to Lady Dyanna Dayne, and has four sons and two daughters, Daeron the Drunken, Aerion Brightflame, Aemon who becomes a maester, and whom we see old in Game of Thrones, Daella, Aegon Egg, the main character in the show, and Rhae. During the first Blackfyre Rebellion, Maekar served as one of the Targaryen commanders. Maekar fought against Daemon Blackfyre in the Blackfyre Rebellion. He and his brother Baelor are famed for the hammer and anvil tactic they used to win the battle of the Redgrass Field. It was his shield wall that held against the mad attack of his uncle, Sir Aegor Rivers, called Bittersteel. While his brother Baelor Breakspear attacked the rebel army from the rear with a host of Stormlords and Dornishmen, Maekar rallied what remained of Lord Donal, Aerion's vanguard, and made an unyielding anvil against which the rebels were hammered and destroyed, and the battle was won. Later, a song about the hammer and the anvil was made about the battle, with Baelor as the hammer and Maekar the anvil. He demonstrated his military prowess and his willingness to defend House Targaryen and his father's throne. However, Maekar felt undervalued for his services, feeling that most people gave more credit to his brother Baelor, or even to Daemon Blackfyre's mistakes, for the victory achieved. King Daeron sent Maekar's third son, Aemon, to the Citadel to become a maester, despite Maekar's objections. Now we come to the tourney at Ashford, which Season 1 of a new Game of Thrones prequel show covers. One of the most memorable events in Maekar's life is his unfortunate participation in the Trial of Seven held during the tourney at Ashford Meadow. Maekar attends this tourney to see his sons Daeron and Aerion compete and Aegon to squire for Daeron. Unfortunately, the tourney at Ashford Meadow will prove disastrous for Maekar and his sons. Daeron gets drunk before reaching the tournament. Aegon joins the service of a hedge knight, Sir Duncan the Tall in disguise as Egg, and Aerion shames himself during the joust by deliberately killing his opponent's horse. When Duncan attacks Aerion to defend Tansel, an innocent puppeteer, and Aerion demands a trial by combat, Maekar supports Aerion's call for vengeance as well as Daeron's accusation that Duncan has kidnapped Aegon. A trial of seven is called upon by his second son, Prince Aerion Targaryen, and the mere hedge knight Sir Duncan the Tall, the future commander of the Kingsguard, and their respective champions. Maekar is one of his son's champions. However, Prince Baelor, Maekar's older brother, is one of Sir Duncan's champions, and the two brothers face each other in the Trial of Seven, which results in Prince Baelor's unintentional death. All of this you'll see in Episode 5. Maekar is unhorsed during the Trial of Seven, and he fights at the same time against his brother Baelor Targaryen and Lord Lionel Baratheon, both of whom support Duncan. Maekar delivers a lethal mace blow to Baelor's head. Baelor survives the trial, but dies soon after they remove his helm. Maekar bitterly regrets Baelor's passing. Dealing with the problems of his sons, in the final episode of Season 1, Maekar will banish Aerion to the Free Cities and offer Duncan a position in his personal guard to serve as a role model for his son Aegon. After Duncan refuses, Maekar allows Aegon to accompany the Hedge Knight in his travels as his squire. Given the failings of his two eldest sons, Maekar agrees to Sir Duncan's terms in the hope that doing without royal privileges would make his youngest son a better man. Maekar will make Aegon promise to keep his hair shaved or dyed, to remain incognito, and will also give him a signet ring with his personal seal for his protection in case of emergencies. Maekar's father, King Daeron, and nephews Baelor and Materys die from the Great Spring Sickness. Maekar's brother succeeds to the throne as Aerys the First Targaryen and appoints their bastard uncle, Brynden Rivers, called Bloodraven, as Hand of the King. Maekar thought he would be appointed Hand and couldn't get along with Lord Bloodraven, so he withdrew from court to his residence at Summerhall. After the accidental deaths of Daeron's third son, Regil, and Regil's son Aelor, the childless King Aerys recognizes his sole surviving brother Maekar as his heir, and Maekar becomes Prince of Dragonstone. During the Third Blackfyre Rebellion, Maekar is recognized for his leadership again as the commander. Sir Aegor Rivers is captured in battle, and Bloodraven and Maekar's son Aerion both insist that Aegor should be executed. King Aerys is merciful, however, and allows Bittersteel to join the Night's Watch, a fate he manages to escape. After Aerys' death, Maekar takes the Iron Throne. He has a new crown forged, more warlike than previous crowns. Nevertheless, Maekar's reign coming between two Blackfyre rebellions is generally regarded as peaceful. And despite his previous strife with Bloodraven, Maekar keeps his uncle as Hand of the King. Two of his sons died during his reign, Daeron from a pox, and Aerion from drinking a cup of wildfire in the belief that it would turn him into a dragon. Maekar will fall in battle, fighting a rebellious lord of the Dornish Marches during the Peak Uprising. He is crushed to death by a rock hurled from the battlements of Starpike during the storming of the castle, which happens in the final season of the show. When Maekar dies, it's unclear who should be king, since two of Aegon's older brothers had died before his father, leaving heirs of their own. Daeron left a feeble-witted daughter named Viella. Aerion left an infant son Maegor, and there was also Maekar's brother Maester Aemon and son Aegon, so Great Council was called to choose the king. Viella was dismissed due to concerns about incompetence, and Maegor's claim was turned down because everyone feared he would inherit his father's madness, and Aemon is a maester. Aegon seems the logical choice, but many lords consider him half a peasant due to his youth among the smallfolk. The council even approaches Aegon's older brother Maester Aemon, but he refuses the crown, stating the crown should be given to Aegon. Finally, Maekar's youngest son and star of the new Game of Thrones prequel series, Aegon, known as Egg, takes the crown, becoming Aegon V Targaryen. Aegon is the most unlikely king ever, being a fourth son of the fourth son of the king. That's the complete story of Maekar the First Targaryen. The worst thing Maekar did in his life was accidentally killing his brother Baelor, one of the best crowned princes Westeros had ever seen. The best thing Maekar did was taking the words of a simple hedge knight, Duncan the Tall, to heart, and letting Aegon go be Duncan's squire. A bold choice given the circumstances, but one that made Aegon a better person and a better king. Which side of Maekar, the harsh father or the brave warrior, do you find more compelling? Let me know in the comments. You can listen to the full A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms audiobook for free. The story this new series is based on when you start a free Audible trial using our link in the description.